Hey everyone, Fox from Fox and Kit Woodworks and Fox Den Videos. So I know we haven't had a lot of woodworking videos lately on the channel, and tonight's video, we're out here late, gonna do a little bit of woodworking. However, this video is dedicated to you guys, you subscribers and watchers out there. I've had a couple comments and questions regarding the Wen track saw, and we're gonna go ahead and answer those tonight. So I got my list here, and I'm gonna refer to it so I don't mess anyone's names up. But I have had two questions on the Wen track saw, and these have come from Brian Markovich 1141 and Randy-R65 or R6S. Sorry if I messed that up. And those are regarding the Wen track saw. Brian had actually asked if there was any weird noises when you started it up. It sounded a little rough when it started up, and then it smoothed out. And we're going to go ahead and answer that question by actually starting it up and firing it and seeing if we can notice anything on this side of the camera. And I'll go ahead and inform him on that. The second question was from Randy, and I actually have it here. He was wondering if there was any known track or replacement guide for the Wen track saws. Now, I went and looked around, looked some things up online, and I did find out that the PowerTech 71656, basically roll of this tape slash guide, does fit on this track saw. I did measure it out just to see if there was any differences in thickness, and I did notice that there's about a 1 and 1/128th of an inch difference in thickness. It's just slightly thicker. However, it is also a more plasticky track. It's not as rubbery as the Wen that it comes with. So we're going to go ahead and give that a try too on this and make some cuts. So let's stay tuned and see how everything goes. Okay, so the first question that we were asked about was the startup and sound of the track saw. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in, and we're going to go ahead and put it on the track and just start it up without depressing it and seeing how it actually sounds. Now, my original answer to Brian was that I believe it's because it doesn't have a soft startup. It kind of spins up really fast, and then once it gets going, it actually evens out and sounds a lot better. So let's just see how it goes. All right, let's do that one more time. Okay, and from what I can get on it is it does sound a little rough right at the start. You can kind of hear the blade spinning up and that little bit of the wobble in there that the blades naturally have, maybe the air going through it. But it actually starts up pretty smoothly after the first second of depression, and it spools just fine. So to Brian, check yours and see if it sounds that way. If it has that little bit of rough start right in the beginning for that first half second to a second, and then once it spins up to speed, it goes. That's exactly what mine does, but it's not prolonged for like a couple seconds or longer. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next question, which was from, if I covered up my paper, I did. Cannot remember the name, but that was regarding the track. And I actually have it installed here, and we're going to go ahead and use the score feature on this by clicking this down. And we're going to go ahead and cut off our track so we have a nice, clean, straight edge on this. We're going to make sure that we're, probably need to clamp it down first. So let's just stay tuned while I fix this up a little bit. Okay, now that I have this clamped down, hopefully this won't be falling all over the place. Yeah, that's a little bit better. And what we want to do before we do any cuts on this, to cut this plastic guide off, we want to make sure that this is nice and tight there. So there's these two knobs here that you twist in or out, or say clockwise or counterclockwise to tighten it up. So I'm actually going to just snug it all the way up. And as you can see, now I really can't push it. I'm going to go ahead and just back it off, maybe 1/8 of a turn. And now we have a nice, smooth glide on it. And we know there's not going to be any wobble there. So we're going to go ahead and make our cuts and get a nice straight line on this. All right, well, had a little weird noise there at the end. I don't know what that exactly was. That might have been just it kicking the plastic off, which is what it kind of looks like. I didn't go back far enough, so we're going to go ahead and blow that off, move it back, and get this last piece cut in the back. Okay. Well, now we've got that cut. We got a nice straight edge here, and we can actually make our cuts on the wood now. Sorry about that. I had one of the kits wake up, and I had to go in there and help settle them. But anyways, I just want to say thank you to Brian and Randy for your questions. One thing I will say for the strip that came on, make sure you get it on the first time right. The one thing I noticed on mine is I kind of messed up on the edges a little bit, and the glue isn't maybe the strongest, or maybe I just need to set it there a little longer, because it did start to peel down, but I was able to stick it right back up, no issues. But as you could maybe tell, maybe I'll try to record it again later on a different mic to see if maybe you can pick up a different audio on it. But the rough start, probably about a second, and then it's gone. So anyways, thank you all for asking your questions. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Share it with your family and friends. I got more videos planned coming up in the next week. Have a great day. Stay safe.